Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone of the internet worlds. Ryan here, Mr. Rau's Gaming, and we've got a good one here tonight. I'm joined by a very special guest who I'm only just talking to, actually talking to for the first time. We've communicated via the Twitter thing and through Board Game Arena. But Arwen of the Cardboard Time podcast is joining me this evening. Welcome, Arwen.
How's it going? Good to be here.
It is going very, very well. And you have to show it up to the camera here that you're drinking your Tim Hortons. There we go. Got the lovely Tim Hortons mug for all of the Canadian content people that are watching this stream here. We were just having a brief conversation how wonderful Tim Hortons is, and that in Canada it's just they're everywhere, and apparently they're starting to pop up everywhere down there too.
Yeah, they're actually. So it's an interesting story. I grew up in Buffalo, so very close to the border, and I spent a lot of time in Toronto and Niagara Falls and. All sorts of fun places up in Canada. I always used to love my trips up there. But there was a ton of Tim Hortons in Buffalo. They expanded to Rochester just in time for me to go to college in Rochester. And then I moved to Akron, Ohio in 2016 via Gadsden, Alabama, and Fayetteville, North Carolina, who had absolutely never heard of Tim Hortons in their entire lives. But they actually wound up putting in 2 Tim Hortons. Nothing basically from Erie, Pennsylvania to Columbus. They had nothing. And they put 2 of them within a mile of my house. They knew.
Yes, they knew. The fates were on our side.
Mm-hmm. They knew who to order from them.
Oh, perfect. I love that. They need to make a good Tim Hortons. If they made it too good Tim, maybe that's my in. I have to design a really good Tim Hortons themed board game that they can put in their shops.
I don't see why they couldn't do that. You could be filling orders in real time. There's always that kind of approach. There's the management of a Tim Hortons, like a one versus many, where you're running the Tim Hortons and everybody else is trying to compete to take you down because you're just so good, kind of thing. Yeah, there's a lot of different approaches.
There's a lot of different takes we could do that with that. I'm gonna start penning. Just because of this conversation, I'm gonna start penning some ideas right after this because I think that's an opportunity. That's an opportunity.
Just reskin Food Chain Magnate. It'll be fine. It'll be all good,
and we'll be fine. And everything's fine. And yeah, just tell everybody out there just a little smidgen about you, where they can find you right now, and then we'll get to the action.
Oh, perfect. So I am Arwen Cathke. I run the Cardboard Time podcast. The front end of the podcast is usually focused on my Shelf of Shame, which at one point was up near 330 games. The last I checked, as of this morning, when I played Starship Captains, it was at 145. So I've made a lot of progress.
Wow.
So there's all sorts of reviews, anything that I've been playing recently usually winds up on the front end. And then the back end winds up being all sorts of different topics from the board game industry. I just recently, the episode that launched today was my top 10 games of all time. But I also do interviews of people that are in the board gaming hobby, and that's anybody from content creators to publishers to artists to designers to customer service representatives, anybody that makes the board gaming hobby go. I have them on my show, and we talk and chat, and hopefully people get a little bit more in-depth insight into how the hobby actually operates, and maybe make it a little bit friendlier place, because it's easy to forget that there's actual people involved sometimes.
Fantastic. Awesome. And I believe it's episode, I think you're into the 50s now. 54?
Yeah.
I think it's 54.
Yeah, we recently had a 50th episode kind of extravaganza where we brought back some old co-hosts, and I saw a statistic today that 95% of people don't make it to their 50th episode, and here I am. So
Perfect.
I must be doing something
right.
I
saw that little tweet going around there too. I was like, all the ones that I like to follow are into the 50s or plus. So hey, we're doing something right.
There we go.
Perfect. Now,
and you can find me at anchor.fm/cardboardtime or most major platforms. And then Twitter is at cardboard_time. Same with Instagram. And recently started on Mastodon, cardboard time at tabletop.social. So
perfect.
There we go.
And I will put links of all of those things in the description of this video so that all people have to do is just click. And then they can find. Click and find.
Make it easy.
Make it easy for them. Well, what some of the viewers probably don't know is that over the past little while, we've been playing a lot of Point Salad on Board Game Arena. Now, some people may not actually be able to see Point Salad on Board Game Arena because it popped up for a bit. A whole bunch of us started like, hey, yeah, Point Salad, awesome, this is good. Boom, game. And then all of a sudden they're like, folks, we have to put a halt on this for some odd reason. There's some legal issues, I guess, that happened, and so now it's back into alpha. But if you managed to play some games while it was available, you still have access. So Arwen and I still have access to Point Salad, and we've been playing it quite regularly. So if you're going right now to Board Game Arena and trying to find Point Salad, if you hadn't played it in that original, you have to hold on for a little bit yet, because I still don't think it's out of alpha. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'm still not sure myself. I don't know the exact source of the contention. Mm-hmm. I had heard rumors, but I'm not going to spread them as to exactly what happened. But regardless, I hope that everybody is able to resolve everything relatively quickly, because this is a game that should be in the hands of people and playing it, and people that haven't played it before need to see what a quick, little snappy yet satisfying game that this is. It's such a fun game. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, so when it first came out there, I just sent out a tweet saying, hey, who wants to play Point Salad with me? And I got a whole bunch of hits, and Arwen was one of those hits. She's like, yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And now we're 20 games later. I looked at the stat for us. We've played exactly 20 games as of this morning. We just wrapped up one, I believe, this morning. Mm-hmm. And Arwen holds the series lead right now, 12 games to 8.
It's still close.
It's still
very close.
Goes to show how, I would say, balanced this game can actually be. But I'm going to switch over my screen here, and people can actually see what is going to be going on here. Arwen had sent me an invite. I said, hey, I'm just going to hold off accepting this invite until we actually go on to stream tonight, so that we'll just continue our series. There we go. And go to game. Perfect. There we go. And yeah, so what you'll see is that there's just this little deck of cards. And I believe in a 2-player game, which was what we've been playing, there's 6 of each of the vegetables. Mm-hmm. There's 6 of each of the vegetables. There's 6. Oh,
I believe, yep, 6 for each type of veggie.
And there's 6 vegetables. Yes, okay, yes, 36. Because there's 10 in each of the stacks, and then there's 6 available right here. I can do math. This is not that hard.
I would certainly hope so, given what we just talked about. I would certainly hope that you can do math.
Hopefully I can do some of those things. Maybe I'm like Einstein, and that basic math thing just keeps throwing me off every now and then.
It could very well be.
And so at its heart, this is just a simple little drafting game. We're going to be drafting either vegetables or we're going to be drafting the points. And it's set collecting, except for we have to determine how these sets are actually going to score. Because you can just collect vegetables, but if you don't grab any of these point cards, well, then you're not going to get anywhere in this game if you don't do that. And it's telling me that I have to go first this time. Oh, interesting.
Oh boy.
So I'm going to talk through this quite a bit because I still haven't figured out what a good opening move is yet in this game. Is it, do you take some vegetables and just hope that some point cards are going to show up that will work with your vegetables, or do you just go straight for a point card and hope that you get access to those vegetables? That's a pretty interesting decision right off the bat.
Yeah, I think there's kind of a couple of different ways I approach this, and most of the time I'll just go and grab some veggies and see what looks good. You also have to look at the point cards that, kind of correspond to what's on the board, and you may want to take those. You also may want to avoid those because if you can't necessarily get the vegetables to fill them, that's not a good thing either.
So I'm going to go with I just took a point card. I'm going to say every carrot and onion I collect is going to get me 5 points. That pair.
Well, I don't want you getting carrots, so I'm going to take some carrots.
And I've noticed that this seems to be our general trend in some of our games. We're like, oh, okay, yeah, you want some carrots? Okay, you're not going to get any carrots for the rest of this game.
You're not getting any.
Which is lovely. Okay, so then maybe this time around I will take. Oh, let's take. I don't even know what here. I'm going to take an onion and a pepper just for something. And it keeps asking me if I want to flip a card once per turn. If you ever want to, if you have a point card that you think that's not really going to do anything for you, you can choose to flip it to its vegetable side, and you know which vegetables on the other side because in the top and bottom corners, it tells you what's the vegetable on this. If you have the actual physical game, all these cards are double-sided. On one side is the vegetables, and the other side is the points. So there is that lovely jam going on here. Hey, there we go. Onions and peppers.
That's what I think is so kind of brilliant about this game is the fact that, you've got these double-sided cards that serve, multiple functions. And I love that from a design perspective. Yeah,
this team up of this is Molly Johnson, Shawn Stankewich, and Robert Melvin. They make up Flatout Games, the Flatout Games design team, and they have a few of these. They have a few of these small box card games that they've co-published with Alderac Entertainment Group, and I just adore all of them. Some more than others. Like Point Salad is like a knockout hit. This is like a top 50 game for me, like easily.
Yeah, it was interesting going through doing my top 10. This was one that definitely came up, and it was in the top 20. Just from how much I've been getting it out. That's not good. That's not good.
And yeah, and then you'll also see there's some of these ones where maybe you want to have the fewest of certain vegetables, or if you want to have the most of certain vegetables. Those Owens are always interesting. And yes, Arwen just got one. Now, if I can force Arwen to take some lettuce, that would actually be pretty good for me. But lettuce being worth -4, ooh, that's a big hit.
It is a big hit.
That one's a big hit. Ooh, boy. Let's see here. Let's take one of you, and I don't even know exactly. Let's take some of those. And already I'm just realizing too, as we're playing this real time, that this is snappy. This is like super snappy. And playing it digitally too, we're eliminating that fact too of, hey, in between games, we would have to shuffle up the cards. We'd actually have to physically shuffle up the cards and sort them into their decks. And that was only my one little thing about, it's like, that's such a little thing that, oh man, I have to sort cards and shuffle them.
That it really is like kind of a nuisance. I have played this physically so much. That I was thrilled when it came to BGA because I knew that I was going to be able to just play this faster. And it really does cut down on the time. The nice thing about this is at 2 players, what you have is you essentially have the ability to go through the deck 3 times because of how the deck is structured. Where you can play a 6-player game and include everything. You're taking a third of the cards out, so you have another third and then another third after that you can play 3 games in a row at 2 players and not have to worry about shuffling anything. So that is a super nice perk to that.
That's beautiful. And I wonder if that's part of the programming for the online bit, is that they don't have that 2-player variant programmed into here. You just kind of just start up a new game. But I would like to be able to see all of the different cards, because you don't know what you're going to get on the back. That's the thing. You never know you never know what the point cards are going to be, which is really, really cool and neat. And oh boy, where am I going with this? Where are you going with this? Let's take a look here. Interesting. I will grab some more of those. Oh my gosh. Lettuce.
So much lettuce.
Which was my meme. Which was my meme on Twitter that I sent.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta try the lettuce.
This is a disgusting amount of lettuce. I hate it. Oh boy. This does make quite a bit of sense.
That would actually, because I'm collecting some onions. Oh my gosh. Look at this one. Got another card that gives me a point for peppers and onions. Oh, but that one that got revealed, I don't like that one. 3 points for onions, but -2 for peppers. No. Not for me. If only I can turn these if I can only turn the lettuce into points. That would be the key. Nothing right
There's
now.
some negative point. You can get negative points for lettuce if you want.
Yes, we should go with the rules of golf. With the lowest score wins.
There's actually a Sushi Go variant that you play to get the lowest score. And I haven't done it yet, but thinking about that just makes me fascinated. Like, I want to play and see how that plays out.
That sounds so interesting. I never actually heard of that one. Oh, look at
they
that
play
one.
it on Sovereignty all the time. Like, they'll do that once a month where ooh, okay, interesting.
Oh, you can try to counteract some of that. Some of that negativeness.
That negative energy that's being put out into the world.
That lettuce. Because I really want to. Oh man. Well, there's no way in stopping you getting so much lettuce now. But I guess I can take away a tomato. That's what but a tomato is coming up anyways. I'll do it that way. Ooh boy. You're gonna get some lettuce anyways. Even total of peppers. That one. Sure. Let's do that way.
Question is, how do I want to play this?
let's see what you got going on there. Oh, I see. Ooh, interesting. I should actually move that up there just a little bit. There we go. Now I can grab. You don't get an extra 8 points. Oh, wait, the cabbage is negative 4 points for me. Cabbage helps you. Ooh, there's not a really good decision here for me. But I'll just do it that way. It's probably the wrong way. It's why I've been losing so many games as of late.
Well, not necessarily. And
then there will always be there's a little thing where it says, hey, do you want some time to think about any cards you want to flip? I probably could have. No, that one couldn't have flipped for me. And then it's just going to go card by card and add up our points for us, which is lovely. Instead of getting out the calculators. And it's hey, this is a rare one for me. This is a rare one for me. One. All right. And I think I don't know, we can pump through a few of these. I was touting that we could do a best of 7 tonight or something like that.
Yeah.
Or a best of 5.
I could definitely do that.
And then best of so propose a rematch. Oh, and then it jumps us to this screen. Why did it do that? Start. Oh, no. Wait. What's going on here? Cancel.
Oh.
Why did it not do a rematch?
Oh, no, it's going.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it just didn't jump straight there to me. There we go. All good.
Weird.
Now, since I went I went first last time. Now Arwen gets to go first this time. Hey, Alex, Meeple and the Moose, welcome to the stream. Good evening.
Hi, Alex.
Good evening. Alex, are you a point salad fan? 3 points per veggie type with at least 2. Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one to get right off the hop. I will collect. Oh my! Here's my thing again. I never know how to start. Let's go with. It's not the most tomatoes, but I'm just gonna grab a couple tomatoes.
I don't blame you.
And now look at this. Collect you're just going to collect 2 vegetables at a time and just hope that some other things will just... That's what I like to do sometimes.
Fall into my lap.
Yeah, I just collect veggies, and then all of a sudden there's going to be something that's going to pop up that's going to help me. There's going to be something that's going to pop up.
Until something doesn't pop up.
Right.
And then you're angry.
Alex has said here, I've only played it twice. I think I currently am in the like not love camp. Give it a few more plays. A few more plays. And we've got Eugene in here saying Queen. Arwen saying hi.
Hello. I've never been called that before, but thank you, Eugene.
Well, you'll take it.
Actually, I have, but let's see. I've been called Queen. I've been called a manufacturing icon before.
Ooh,
that was like you want to stoke my ego before. Okay, I figured it was Logan.
It's Logan.
I figured it was Logan. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Logan is the one that called me a manufacturing icon as well. So,
well,
there's a whole story there.
Welcome to the stream, Logan. Collecting 2s, collecting them in pairs. Gonna put all of
those points.
And Logan says, yes, yeah, Arwen is my modern manufacturing icon. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do here? I don't know what I want to do. Let's collect. I'm just gonna start collecting vegetables and hopefully something falls into my lap.
Ooh.
Interesting. Interesting. I guess I also should take this time to remind everybody that as you're watching this video, if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really does help us out, and it's free to do. And hit the bell icon so you get notified every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm doing something, except for next week. I'm taking next week off. I think I deserve to take. I'd made the decision. I'm like, I'm going to take the week, enjoy it with my wife and kids, not have any streaming worries or computer troubles or anything, and we'll just play some games.
You know, and that's one thing that I've kind of had to parse through doing content creation is taking time off every once in a while when you need it. There's nothing wrong with it. Your audience will be there when you get back.
Right.
You know, you just have to take the time that you need for yourself because nobody else is going to do that or can do that for you. So if somebody else could take time off for me, that would be fantastic.
Oh no. 5 points per veggie type with at least 3.
I gotta try it.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm gonna hate myself in the morning, but I'm gonna try it anyways.
So many vegetables. My system isn't used to this many vegetables.
I can't handle it.
Alex says, I've done my part. Next week is a great week to take off. I volunteer to take time off for Arwen.
I would love that if you could do that. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. My game is turning into a hot mess right now here. I'm not collecting vegetables that are helping me at all, or just gonna grab some more reviews, I guess, and this is not going. There's no stopping this train.
It keeps on rolling.
Keeps on a rolling.
Again, I don't know if this is a good strategy or not, but I'm trying it.
Well, my mental calculation here says you definitely have more points than me. As of right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got at least 15 points there. Yeah. Let's go with. Well, you're at least something for points. And then you can add on to those too with by just collecting some more. This is good. I like the way at least I see where this is going. Oh man. I'm just praying that some of these point cards aren't some of those like, hey, if you have 1, 1, and 1, you get 8 points. I'm just hoping. Oh, 5 points per missing veggie type. That's always an interesting one. I'll take fewest cabbage. Try to balance that out.
Oh, what do I want to do here?
I know what I would do.
Take more veggies.
I would. That's exactly what I probably would have done. Okay, so I'm missing 2 veggie types, so that's at least 10 more points. Indeed. Indubitably.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can do.
That's true. So what can I get points? So I'll get points for cabbages and tomatoes. I'm all of a sudden hungry for veggies, and then you put the pepper on the grill.
Then you put the pepper on the grill.
And I'll grab this last pepper. Which, oh yeah, it's not a missing veggie type anymore.
Brian, have you ever seen the TikToks for it's a guy who runs a bodega in New York City called it's like Aki, General Ak or something like that. And he's constantly like, going in and asking people will go and order, and he's got lines out the door now because he's made such a following for himself. But he's going and asking people, okay, can I help you today? And then they started off very innocent, like, yeah, just give me a cheesesteak. And it's like, yeah, okay, I can do this. And now it's gotten to the point that it's like, yeah, let me get a pancake and a chopped cheese with fruity pebbles and baby food, the Aki way. And he's like, sure, sure. He's going and he's talking about, putting stuff on the grill and vegetables and everything. And, then he has a whole routine. And if you haven't seen it, it's just wild. It's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, Logan here says the Aki way.
The Aki way.
The Aki way. I have not seen these, but now I am intrigued. I am intrigued enough. Okay. So there we go. 1-1. That actually wasn't too terrible, that last game. I kind of...
I'll knot it up. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I was like, either I'm going to lose horribly or I'll do okay.
And I think it went just fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
It just went fine. That was a good combination of two cards, though, and you pulled it off well.
It was. Like, if I had been able to pull like one of those 3 for 8 points, that would have been...
Oh, that would have been game, set, match.
What do I want to do?
Sorry, Logan. He says, I literally have no idea how to follow this, but I'm being entertained. What we're doing is we're collecting these vegetables, but we also have no idea how these vegetables are going to score. We actually have to take one of those top cards at some point in time, because that's how our vegetables are going to score. So we can either take one of those point cards or we can take 2 vegetables. I think that's how. Is that how you explain it too? Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, it's on your turn, 1 point card or 2 vegetables, and then you have the option to flip one of the point cards that you have in front of you to get the vegetable on the other side, and they're worth whatever they say they're worth on the front.
And I can, because I can literally bring like I'm almost at the point where I think I need a second copy of this game, because my cards are so getting worn down and beat up for how much they've been used. I bring it to my game club at my school quite often, and I bring it out to family gatherings quite often, and really quite portable.
It is. So have you played it at multiple player counts? Like, have you played it at 6?
You know what? I just wrapped up a 6-player game async on this not too long ago. It took a long time async. I don't think I would ever do 6 players async ever again.
No.
But it was a very different experience. It was very...
It's amazing how it scales, because it feels almost like a completely different game. This, you're able to track your opponents and know what they're doing and kind of keep tabs on them pretty easily. Whereas when you have that 6-player game, and by the time that it goes around to you, you've got to kind of grab whatever works best for you. So you kind of have to adapt a little bit more, as opposed to, the 2-player version where you're kind of, there's a little bit of hate drafting involved sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes there is. Just a little bit.
And Alex is saying here, he says he really wants the Korean edition.
I do too.
I have seen that thing, and it looks absolutely beautiful because it is Pokemon Eevee themed. What a great idea.
So cute.
What a great idea. And no, Logan, we don't put Eevee on the grill afterwards.
Don't put Eevee on the grill.
Oh, but that's actually fantastic.
I'm also really looking forward to Point City, which is Flatout's like next game, kind of this size, and I think that's going to be a pretty big hit.
I think so too. When they announced it, I had just done a review of all 3 of their card games, and they're like, "Oh, and by the way, tomorrow we're announcing Point City, and we're interested to see how it's going to fit into your little trilogy ranking." Type thing. It does sound really. It's gonna have a lot of Point Salad-esque, but I think I'm touting it as Point Salad Plus.
Mm-hmm.
It's got sounds like it's got a little bit extra on the top, which is not terrible.
We like a little bit extra.
Oh my gosh, what am I going to go with? No. Really don't want that to go with. Okay, Ryan, just pull the trigger. Just pull the trigger now. Let's do that. Okay. I did it. I don't want you to get that cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
Or the cabbage.
The big cabbage.
And it was interesting that they made the cabbage purple because I have not eaten purple cabbage.
I don't like cabbage in general, so I usually don't like vegetables to begin with.
Oh, my wife says that I need a little bit more roughage in my diet. So it comes out every now and then.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. Ooh.
She always makes the joke that she's like, "You're going to be the first person in modern history to like pass away of scurvy."
Okay, that's one way of putting it.
I'm like, "Oh, yes. Love you too."
Yeah. Thanks.
Can we put extra peanut butter on the crackers now?
Just eat a bunch of oranges. It's fine.
Yeah. Yes.
That's how I can avoid it. It's all good.
Let's try that. Let's go this way. Welcome to the stream, Jamie. Jamie Daggers.
Hey, Jamie.
Going Arwen.
Hello.
Love that little extra emphasis on the name.
I am trying not to fail horribly at point salad here, and I don't know if I'm accomplishing that.
All right. Where am I going? That's exactly how I would have said it too. Perfect. Nailed it. First try. Self 5. Now, I don't even know what I need to draft for stuffs. Let's just grab another carrot and pepper, I guess. I don't know why. What are you gearing up for? I just read Logan's next. Tasha Salad, the new drag name. Logan, you win the comment of the night. That's going to be a hard one to top. I got literal tears.
Oh, Logan.
This sounds like my internal dialogue at the grocery store. Thanks, Jamie. Oh, it's a great night.
Yeah, it is. We love you, Logan. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for bringing your full authentic self into this chat. We appreciate it.
It's so welcoming. Oh my gosh, what do I want to do here? I'm just gonna draft a point card. It's gonna give me something.
Huh. Yeah.
So we're flat out at PAX. Were they at?
They were, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were. So I had seen what they were doing, at Gen Con. I played Fit to Print on Tabletopia, which was
okay.
Which was very nice. Really digging that game. But yeah, they were definitely there. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out here.
Yeah, it's been the tough part since I've done this. Every now and then, it's like, yeah, I love doing the chatting, but I was like, oh wait, it's my turn. Sorry, halfway through. Were they demoing, Point City, or are they just mainly focusing on Fit to Print?
So they did a lot of promotion for Fit to Print because it was going to Kickstarter.
Right.
They did have Point City just kind of spread out and shown, and it was a very, very interesting game. I think I'm really gonna wind up liking both of them. I'm a huge fan of, and let me just take these two while I'm at it. I'm a really, really big fan of Galaxy Trucker, so
nice.
Fit to Print just seemed like the next logical evolution of that. And I love the theme, like the whole newsroom with critters running it. It's just very cute. The headlines are fantastic. It's right up my alley. Definitely love that. But yeah, I think they're both going to be quite excellent games.
Yeah, Fit to Print looks like something special. I backed it on Kickstarter, so
I did too.
And you know what? The price point that they were offering, it just seemed like a fantastic deal. Just seemed like a fantastic. Oh, come on, fingers crossed. Oh, those are a lot of points being added up.
Ooh! Oh no!
Ooh, wow. That
was close.
That's one of our closer ones that we've had.
Now
it's been one of our closer ones. So if people are keeping track at home, that is 2 games for Ryan, 1 game for Arwen. And I'll be okay if we just keep back and forth.
Yeah, I'll be absolutely all right with that. I need to let me see a replay of that. Okay, it did give me the 7 points. I wasn't sure how it handled ties, but apparently ties are friendly. So,
okay,
like if you had the fewest
or
something, yeah, ties are friendly. So that makes things very interesting.
Okay, because I thought I was saying like, oh, she's not gonna have the fewest. Okay, that's 7 points off the. Okay, so that I did not know that.
Yeah. I was unaware. I always played it that if you didn't absolutely have the fewest,
so we're playing playing hard mode.
Yeah. This is getting spicy.
Oh, and Chase, welcome Chase to the chat. Chase amazing.
Hello, Chase.
Chase amazing. Yes.
Everybody coming out tonight. That's perfect. Fantastic.
That's awesome. Love seeing you. Love hearing you. Oh boy.
Jamie also mentioned Charlotte, who's a loan shark, and I just love her screen name because every time I say that now it's like, yeah, she's a lone shark. Like that is her screen name. But it's fun to say. Um hmm, let's try that. And she just brings like this energy wherever she goes, like whatever she's doing to the room. That's fantastic. Like
Mm.
she is energetic, she's pumped up, she's ready to go. Like she wants to talk about, she was super hyped about Fit to Print, and
Uh-huh.
it showed, and it got people really excited about the game. Um, especially at Gen Con. And by the end of it, her voice was just shot.
Just
Um,
wrecked.
but she also makes like the best cookies, and it always saves like my entire convention because she's just amazing.
We have a
She's an
lot of love happening in the chat right now. It's a lot of loves. Everybody's loving each other's faces and loving them to infinities. This is awesome.
That's right. That's how we do things. Oh, come on.
I love
Let
your
me
face more, Chase. Hey, you were a poet and didn't even know it.
Hey, that rhymed.
Will there be any lasagna at the next convention?
Oh my God. Okay, so I cannot Jamie, can I talk about this story? Jamie, I have to know if I can talk about this story because I'm not entirely sure if that's if
If
that's fine to say.
Jamie says, ah, OMG lasagna.
Because I told some friends like out of context, like not relating who the person in question was. Um, but there were some lasagna shenanigans that were going on.
Lasagna
Let me
shenanigans.
let me see what Jamie says.
Jamie says,
Yes,
yes, of
yes, of course.
course.
Okay,
Maybe leave out
cool.
the offending party. Okay.
Awesome. I'm so excited about this. Anyways, um so there was a person that we are very good friends with, that they are such good people. We absolutely love them. And they work the convention scene. That's all that I can say. Um, and let me do that. Um, and they basically were messaging Jamie, and they said, please bring some of your leftover lasagna to the convention. Now, this was at PAX, and it was on Sunday. Everybody's tired. Like, everybody's just goofy and tired and not thinking straight. And I figure, well, Jamie's misreading this. I'm like, there's some sort of miscommunication that's going on here. And so Jamie like showed me the text and said, yeah, it's please bring me some of your leftover lasagna. And I'm like, okay. So she texts back and she says, what are you talking about? I don't have any leftover lasagna. And she says, I know that you brought lasagna with you. Please bring lasagna with you to the convention today. I really need it. And she goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have lasagna with me. I didn't bring any lasagna with me. I haven't had lasagna this entire convention. And all that she got back was, bring lasagna, please, please, please. And then that was it. So we go to PAX, and we go to the dealer room, and we're talking with the person in question. And we're like, what are you talking about? Like, we didn't bring any lasagna. And they said, you know, the things in your bag that you just gave me. She goes, do you mean lozenges? And she goes, yes, yes, I wanted lozenges. So
Please,
she gave she gave them lozenges, and everything was fine, and everything was taken care of, and it was all good. The please was my favorite part of it. But it was just the funniest thing, and the fact that lozenges was misspelled like 3 distinct times was the best part of it.
One of my most fave Arwen stories.
It was just so much fun. We had so many stories from that weekend. That's what I love about it. It's just so much fun that we have at these things.
That is amazing. I totally. Oh wait. Oh, I almost fell into a trap here. What do I want to do here? Oh. Uh-oh. I don't think there's a good one. Oh, you want tomatoes, though. Ooh, tomatoes will help you a lot. I think. Let me think. No, that's gonna make no. Okay, I'll skip. There we go. Whew. Oh yeah, like horse. I saw your tweets about horse.
Okay, there's a story there too. Let me think about this for a minute here, because this is something. 12.
And I believe this horse story had something to do with the game. I believe it's Ready, Set, Bet.
It was.
Yes. It was a good safe assumption. It's the only horse like game that involves horses that's come out relatively recently.
Relatively in the.
Thank you, Jamie. Finally, somebody's caught on that distract Arwen so that I can win.
Yeah, that is the key, isn't it?
Because I rarely win on streams.
Come on. Oh no, that was a shellacking.
Ooh, there's a word that doesn't get used enough. Shellacking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, many people in the chat here may not have heard this at the very, very beginning. We've been playing Point Salad in the background for quite a while. 20 games, and Arwen has held 12 games to 8 lead, which I'm going to slowly chip away at here.
Yeah.
Tonight. Sweet. Shellac on the nail. Shellac on the nails. Best flavor. Jamie also mentions that that you consistently crush her in games, so this is just my dessert.
I mean, I wouldn't say consistently, but you know.
You say tomato and I say tomato.
Yeah, exactly. Let's join. Oh, it's one of these situations again.
What happened here? Oh, hey, wait.
I don't know. It's going now.
Oh, is this somebody else? Oh, it is too. Did this open up to somebody else?
No, you've got one with me.
Oh, okay.
You may have one that goes to somebody else too. I don't know, but
there's a there's like a random. I just was in a game with a random person. I am back into the screen now.
Interesting. sometimes BGA is very
So
interesting in
yeah,
how it
sometimes it
does
has a mind
things.
of its. Sometimes it has a mind of its own.
Yeah. Horse was indeed from Ready Set Bet, um, which is one of the better games I played this year. It's definitely in my top 10. Um, I have played a ton of that game, and it's a game that's to me as much fun to run as it is to actually go and play. Um,
Right, because this is the one where you can have an app run the horse race, or you can actually have somebody at the table rolling the dice and calling out the race.
it isn't as fun with the app. I know I know some people are going to be like, well, that person can't play. Just run the race. Just switch off, play a couple of games and have, somebody else run the race. It's fine. Um it is such a fun game to just run and DM. We had a full complement of people, which I think it was 8 players, and then myself running the race, up in our hotel room, playing Ready Set Bet, and that it was just such an amazing experience. Like everybody's yelling at the board, and I thought that we were going to get kicked out of the hotel, which we somehow miraculously didn't. Nobody came up, nobody said anything. So I'm assuming that everybody was just as loud as we were and obnoxious. But um, yeah, I had so much fun, um, running that thing. And um, by the um, time the bets were closed, people were in general like rooting for their horse, but then this chant of just horse, 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 horse kept going. And it, it was it's just, again, it's one of those stories that you you just you can't get that outside of either a big gaming group or a convention,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I love about going to conventions. Is the people. I can go, and I think I said this on the podcast with Roberto that released today. um you can go and you can interact with publishers, and you can interact with everybody that's there, especially if you already have connections, at any time. Like you can just go and do that through email, but you can't interact with everybody that goes to these things, except for those times, and get everybody together in one place, and that's what just makes it so magical.
Perfect. Yeah, Jamie here was saying you need a horse wrangler, a GM, a G
Hmm.
horse master. I don't get the G horse master, but Logan thinks that might be just gay horse master slay. Awesome. My goodness gracious, you've got point cards galore today.
Hmm.
That's the way this game's gonna go.
I'm trying something different.
Just trying to grab as many point cards. I better be careful here. I better actually think about what I'm doing. Oh dear.
Don't let that stop you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've lost physical track of how many people I've introduced this game to, and I would say most of them have all went out and tried to find their own. Actually, my local game store just got a whole bunch of copies in just in the nick of time for the holiday shopping season.
Oh, it's a fantastic game to gift.
Mm-hmm.
It is such a wonderful game to gift. We actually bought quite a few copies to gift as well. Um,
Ooh, that one's interesting. Where should I go with this? Oh, that's an even more interesting, tasty little nugget.
mm-hmm.
Here we go. Let's try that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does the gay version of this involve fruits rather than veggies?
Also,
Oh.
yes.
Also, yes. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I gotta pay attention to what's going on here. Oh my goodness, look at all of the onions.
So much honey and
So many onions. Skip for now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, okay. Grab another couple of those. Do I need to flip anything? Nope, I don't need to flip anything.
I think he got me on this one. Okay.
I'm just making sure. Did I get my most total? You kept flipping them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, and I got 4 and 4 is 8. No, I think I got my most veggies. Oh boy, I think this will be closer than we think. What did I get up to?
No, you got me.
This will be a close again. Oh!
Oh.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Well, how about them apples? Oh, wait, that's fruit. How about them tomatoes?
Applesauce.
Applesauce. There it is. Well, I closed the gap on the
There you go.
on the all-time point salad games series.
It's all knotted up.
I was down 4 games before. You're still up 1 game overall.
Okay.
You're still up 1 game overall.
It was that one game that I won tonight.
That 1 game you won, and I managed to get an extra. I got a little extra there, so awesome. I'm gonna switch back over to our chat screen.
Awesome.
Perfect. I didn't realize that my camera actually dropped down a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't mind. Well, thank you, Arwen, for joining me this evening. This was a blast.
Thank you for having me. I absolutely love doing this. This was amazing. We need to do it more often if you'll have me.
Oh, absolutely. I want to hear more convention stories.
I have a lot of them. I have this year especially between and what's amazing is thinking about, the fact that I've really only been heavily covering conventions for media for about a year and like a couple of months. To think that Origins 2021 was only like a year and 2 months ago is wild. But we have made so many friends and had so many stories, like inside jokes, things I can't talk about. Things I can talk about, like Yum Yum Island. That game, if you haven't played it, is the best $3 I ever spent on a board game.
Wow.
It's the best $5 that Charlotte ever spent on a board game introducing me to it. And then I had to go and buy a copy or six for $3 a piece. So yeah,
Wow.
it's something. But
Yum
yeah,
Yum 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 Island.
Yum Yum Island. It is a game that's produced by a company called Space Cow, who was a subsidiary of Asmodee.
Hmm.
And they were selling this game at Origins in 2021 for $5 a piece. And it was either Origins or PAX U. It might have been PAX U. I'm not entirely sure. But we had this big group game of it, and it's a dexterity game. And we were sitting there, we were just playing I think it was before we were playing Cartographers. I think we were playing something else. And Ray from CGE gets a text from Charlotte, and she goes, yeah, I just got a text from Charlotte, and Charlotte asks if we want to play a dexterity game where you're blindfolded and you feed animals on islands these weird pellets, and everything is horribly like cartoonishly misproportioned and everything, to the point that it's really awkward and kind of frightening. These animals are weird. Their mouths are like gigantic and their bodies are like these little things. It's very disturbing.
I get it.
Yeah, you should look it up. It's a wild time, and we just got so goofy talking about it that we wound up making it a convention staple. And it's the thing that we almost have to do every single convention if we can.
Yeah, I just pulled it up here. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The animals are just, they are something else.
Cool. Oh, right on. Oh, yeah. So much fun. I continue to look forward to our continuous point salad games.
Absolutely.
I feel like this is just going to be a game that is just never going to end, and we're just going to absolutely enjoy it. And then eventually one day we will play it in person, because
yes,
I do have plans. I live up in the Great White North here. Traveling to conventions in the U.S. is money consuming.
Absolutely.
International travel.
Yeah.
International, even though it's just hopping across a border. But hey.
Still, it's still a border that's there. So
it's still there and everything like that. I had an opportunity to go to PAX U this year, except for that weekend, the Friday of that weekend, my wife got called saying that, hey, you can have that surgery that you've been waiting for all this time. And we're like, yeah, you need to do the surgery. I'll stay home. Yeah. I better stay home. Yeah. I will stay home so that you will never leave me.
You made the right move.
That's what everybody's told me. So there's always next year. There's always next year.
You will be there next year.
Absolutely.
I will definitely be at PAX U next year. I'm looking forward to that. That is I'm not doing Gen Con as far as I know next year, because I'm kind of taking it easy. With my upcoming schedule, I had to make the choice between Origins and Gen Con. I chose Origins because it's close and it's a little bit more laid back. But PAX U is just such a delight, and we have it's more laid back. I can connect more with people, and that's what I'm really there to do. So
sweet, yeah. Barring any family emergencies, I'm there next year. I'm going to be there next year.
I love it. Yep. I can't wait.
Yep. The guys from the Tabletop Express have been bantering me to go.
I was at the hotel with them. Yeah. I ate breakfast with Espen and Chris Barrows every single morning.
Fantastic.
We had some great conversations. Played a game of Cosmic Frog with them.
Cool.
Which was... I love that game. It's so weird.
That is a weird one. I played that one once back in the summer. Oh yeah, I was just like, what is this? The guy brings it out, and I'm just like, what is this? Okay, let's go. This is just the right amount of quirkiness just for me.
I love Jim Felly's mind. You know, just the stuff that comes out of it is just wild and unique, and I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yep. The weirder, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. All right. Well, I think a lot of the people in the chat know who you are, but people who watch this stream afterwards may not know who you are. Why don't you give yourself one more plug just for the interwebs?
Absolutely. For the interwebs, I am Arwen Kathke. I run the Cardboard Time podcast. Like I said, up front, we talk about my shelf of shame, do board game reviews, and then we talk to people in the industry afterwards. My friend Jamie is also a co-host who's in the stream right now. Big shout out to her. She always brings a little bit of fun and levity to everything. You can find me on Twitter at cardboard_time. Same with Instagram. Facebook, you just search for Cardboard Time and I pop up there somewhere. And Mastodon is at Cardboard Time at tabletop.social. And you can find my podcast at anchor.fm/cardboardtime or just about any major podcasting platform. Every 2 weeks is a new release.
Awesome, possum. And yes, go and listen to the episode that just dropped today, where it was the top 10 games of all time. The ones that you need to be playing.
I think that I did pretty good. I didn't get any, like we were talking about beforehand, I didn't get any hate mail about it. So I must have done relatively decent.
I thought it was a fantastic list, but that's also because I really enjoyed all of the games that you mentioned today. Minus one that I had not played, and that is the one that you said it may have been a little bit of a hot take. Okay. That I have not played that one yet, but I see it on the shelf all the time at the store. I've always seen it.
It's one that I would recommend that you play. Take some time for it because you're going to need a nap afterwards. But it really is. And Ray from CGA and I have talked about our love for this game. And you're going to have to listen to the podcast to find out what it is.
Exactly.
But it's such a good game and really underrated in my opinion.
Sweet. And just before we close it all out, I'm just going to remind everybody, if you've made it this far, thank you for making us part of your Tuesday evening. That's been fantastic. And I thank you. And I also thank you, if you're watching this not on Tuesday evening, for just making it part of your day. It just makes everything a little bit better. Just make sure you drop a like. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, which, according to my analytics, 80% of my viewers are not subscribers. So hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's free content. You don't have to pay anything yet. I'm not. I'm just kidding. But hey, also hit that notification bell. I go live every Tuesday and Thursday. Speaking of Thursday, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be my end of year party stream where I've got a whole bunch of guests coming on. The Tabletop Express, which we just finished mentioning about. They're coming on. Norm from the Cardboard Conjecture podcast, my old podcast that I used to be part of, is coming on. Riley Stock is coming on. Tim from the Board Game Hot Takes is coming on. And some other guys from the What You've Been Playing Wednesday podcast are coming. It's going to be a grand old board game arena party time. Oop, my microphone cut out there for a second.
I saw that star-studded lineup, though. I really love that.
And we're just going to hang out and have good times and laugh. And I think one of the games that we really touted, I think that we're going to try to play Just One a few times and see all of the hilarity that is going to ensue, and my inability to match words with that are supposed to connect something together. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at it. It's going to be awesome.
The worse the better, usually, for content. That's what I found.
Perfect. All right, folks. Have yourselves a great evening, and all of Arwen's content is going to be in the description of this video. Ciao, everybody. See ya.
Bye, everybody.
Whoops.